And we are live. We have returned once again after a week-long hiatus with Battle of the Americas number 63. I am, of course, your host, caster, observer extraordinaire, ZvP. And later on, I will be joined by the lovely, the beautiful Ducklings, of course. He is currently adminning this tournament, running it for all of us. But when we hit the semifinals, he will be joining us. Until then, I will attempt to keep you all entertained, and I cannot wait to dive into this series. !B in the chat if you want to have a look at that lovely bracket. A lot of North America, a lot of Latin America, and here we have one representing each. Spawning in. Oh my oh god. Spawning in the top right hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres. LE. There's a reason why I love this man. He is the American Zerg player. He is green. Going for a 12 pool. It is Reaper. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres, LE. This man, he casted with me yesterday in Copa Hyperion. Tirate su gas in the chat. He is the Chilean Protoss, representing Alpha X Latino America. It is CristianoX, to be exact. I should probably ask him if he prefers the X or not. I guess it's part of his ID. Yeah. I guess so. So it feels bad, man. I messaged Cristiano. I was like, yo, we're casting you first. And he's like, no. Why every time? We were talking yesterday. He was like, I love like competing and playing and stuff, but every single time he signs up for a tournament, he ends up against like a 6K player. And Reaper, he's one of them. I think Reaper is around 5.8, around 6K. He's a very strong player, a very cheesy player, and this is why, because he did open up with a 12 pool. Cristiano did go for a probe scout. He did see the opening, but it's not just a 12 pool. There is also a proxy hatch across the map, nicely placed there. It's really difficult to get a surface area with your probes. The Zealot comes out, but the Lings are already here. They're going to get us around at any moment. This hatchery can also be cancelled, so then the Lings can flood on in. So far, so good with the Zealot, but the Zealot is still going to go down. Oh. The Zealot is down. More Lings are flooding across the map. Drones are here as well. We need a full wall, buddy. We need a full wall. Oh, the Zealot, it's routed to the other side of the wall. I don't know if that's the right. Okay, thank God. Oh my God. He does pop out on the left-hand side, but GG gets called anyway. And Reaper takes game one. Oh God, this is gonna be a quick one. Jesus Christ. I should probably update the Twitch title as well. There we go. So we are starting off, of course, with Reaper versus Cristiano. As you can see on the bracket on the screen right now, or you can look at it yourself, the winner of this series will go up against Paquito himself. So yeah, that's gonna be quite spicy indeed. Oh boy. And I don't know how familiar Cristiano is with Reaper. We know him. He is a very cheesy North American player. He does anything but standard, and as we saw, mate, 12 pool into proxy hatch. That's all you need. Oof. But hopefully Cristiano can bring it back here. I mean, this is a best of series, and he didn't really get to play out his game. Reaper is going to try and not let him. But Cristiano should have a better idea of that now. And hopefully he can make a series out of this. Regardless of who wins here, I can't wait to see the winner versus Paco Mike. And oh my God. I have our map. How did we get here? Did they did veto? Oh, I'm worried. I am scared. Shout out to Seal Pup in the chat. Yes, !Matcherino in the chat. If you want to support the tournament, you can use code NAVLA63. Actually, nowadays you don't need to input a code. Nowadays you go to Matcherino and there's a button that says claim code. That's all you need to click, and then boom, $1 is added for free to the prize pool. And as you can see, we're here. We are on Beckett Industries, a terrifying map. This is not where. Oh no! Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Beckett Industries LE, we have the North American Zerg player. He's green, going for the 12 full once again because this is just what he does. It is Reaper. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, buddy, you gotta do something crazy. I expect to see a forge, maybe. No, right, blind forge, like the wall. You know, I'm just saying, could see something crazy. But we have our Chilean Protoss. He's blue, representing Alpha X. It is CristianoX. Oh, I'm worried, mate. I'm worried. All right, here we go. Probe scout. Probe is gonna go across the map. See, no hatchery. See, the pool is done. And what is his response going to be? So, the proper response to a 12 pool on a regular map. Cristiano was your co-caster. He was my co-caster yesterday. So the proper response here is to go for a forge. You wall off, you get a forge, you get a cannon behind this. That is the correct way, or the most optimal way to defend against a 12 pool. Pez has made a guide about this on YouTube. You know, he's Funada Probe about it when it comes to the Oceanic region. I say like the typical way to respond, just because on Beckett, this hits a little bit faster. So, oh boy, we'll see. The Lings are here. This time, there is no drone, so it's less committed. This time, there is a hatchery, so a very different variant from Reaper. Oh my god. Please, Zealot, please. Okay. The Zealot's in the wall. The gateway is going down though, slowly but surely. The second Zealot should come out in time, but the gateway will still be focused down. Oh no, the wall is not going to be a wall for much longer. It does fall. The Lings, they try to go first around. Decent micro so far, but they get surrounded. Oh god, just barely not. So far so good. The pylon is exposed, but the Lings go straight into the main. As they go up, they do chase down a couple of these probes. It looks like maybe one will fall. Oh, one does go down. A second will go down as well. The Lings, they wrap around, they go into the main, they scout, confirm that there's nothing crazy going on. And this will eventually be cleaned up because there's no follow-up. But yeah, these Lings, they did what they needed to, right? They forced Cristiano to make 2 Zealots, they killed a gateway, they killed a couple of probes, they forced some lost mining time. Cristiano from here can do one of two things. He can wall off and stay at home, or he can just send this across the map and hope that his opponent was greedy and just droned up. We can see that there are queens. We can also see that there are Lings popping out as well to defend, so these Zealots shouldn't do too much. And as a result, Zealots, they just stick around. They're chilling. They're good. And we have a Stargate opening. Ooh. All right, shout out to Cristiano. He can get into a game. Oh god, but yes, now that things are settling down a little bit here, we do have a Void Ray opening. We do have a follow-up. Cristiano, he's scared, so he throws down the shield battery. Makes sense. He's up against Reaper, and Reaper is a very aggressive player. Does force him to spend some resources, arguably a little bit needlessly here, but he's playing safe. He's playing safe. Cristiano, he did cast with me for the first time yesterday, and honestly I felt like it was a really good cast. I appreciated how excited and genuine he was about the game. So we're probably gonna cast again. I think the way that I envision it is that I'm probably going to cast the Latin American events with Cristiano, like Copa Hyperion and Sentimiento Latino. And originally that was just gonna be it, but I feel like, again, because I'm just like this. I think I'm going to make Cristiano play first in those Latin American events. Like he's a player, first and foremost, right? And I don't want to take that away from him. I don't want to force him. That's always the hard part about like casting with a Latin American player, whether it's Cristiano or Dastan or Neo. It's like, sure, you're casting, but you could also be playing. You could be practicing, right? There's value to be had if you sign up for these events. So I'm most likely gonna have him play first, and then like if he gets knocked out of the tournament, then he can jump on and cast. That's probably how I'm gonna approach my cast with Cristiano, you know, going into like the next upcoming weeks. For Battle of the Americas, I'm still gonna cast with Darking. That is how we're gonna do things. Oh my god, the Oracle, a little bit careless there, was rallied into Spore range. Meanwhile, Void Ray tries to come in, but there are plenty of queens here at the natural as well. This opener not paying off here for Cristiano, but at least he kept all his units alive. At the same time, he takes a third base. Lings do try to pressure it, but we have some gateway units here. Cristiano will hold on to this, and again, at least he kept his Oracle alive, right? He can dip back in, he can scout, he can throw down some stasis wards. The Void Ray can also clear up Overlords, and, you know, whatever else there is out here on the map. It's already got 1 kill. Meanwhile, what do we have across the map? Third base is up and running here for Reaper. Makes perfect sense. We have queen production. Ooh, we don't see the queen stopping. Queens are continuing. There we go. We have roaches on the way. Reaper, he's up to 41 drones, and I don't think he intends to get more. Creep spread isn't amazing, but again, a roach queen push, it could be coming. Oh boy. Lings, they slip on in. Don't get any damage yet. But again, I'm keeping an eye on the production tab. Are we going to see another wave of drones? We do not. We see more Lings. The queens. The waddle, it's coming. It's coming across the map. And this is the problem. This is why I can't believe that this was let through the videos, because we're on Beckett Industries. The queens, they're already halfway across the map. Oh my god, with the stasis ward. Yo, this is going to be huge. This is going to buy so much time here for Cristiano. He's also going to be able to scout this, as at the moment he's trying to prepare. There we go. Stasis goes off. Only catches 2 queens though. Unfortunately, they're a little bit too slow. But the push is here. Queens, Ravagers, Lings. We do see a couple of shield batteries, but they're not ready. We do have force fields though. Show it to us. Up. Oh god, the Lings, they get in. Oh, one of the shield batteries goes down. The second could as well. We do have 1 force field, 2 force fields, but they immediately go down to the Ravagers. Meanwhile, in comes the Void Ray on top of this. The Oracle could come in as well. Like, yes, we need everything to defend, but the Ravagers, they get on top of the army. They bile down the shield battery. Overcharge is not going to come into play here. The Immortal is going to go down. The Queens are here. Everything is here, and there's just not enough firepower to really push this back. There's just too much Zerg. Cristiano, he saw this coming, he was preparing, but he did not have enough. The force fields were okay, but not good enough. The shield batteries were a little bit late, arguably a little bit exposed, and mates, this is we have another wave of Stalkers coming in. Thankfully, we do have 2 Immortals, but the third, is it going to really live? Maybe it will, maybe. As he is distracting the army, forcing him to push down into the natural base. A lot of the workers are still alive at the third base as well, but the Immortals, no! The piles connect. 1 Immortal falls, the second could as well. There's still only 1 shield battery at the natural. Oh god. Cristiano, honestly, like, he was doing fairly well here at the natural, but he did lose his Immortals. Oh god, it's also slipping up a little bit in terms of the production. He's trading as best he can. But again, no shield batteries, no overcharge. GG gets called, and Reaper takes game number 2. GG. Well played, Reaper. He takes the series 2-0. My condolences to Cristiano. Love you, Cristiano. I love you, but Reaper with the openings. Not just with the openings, but also with the maps as well. Mate, what the hell did you veto? That's what I want to know. As Reaper takes the series and advances on to face another Latin American Protoss. He moves on to face Paco Mike.